My life is in full transfer. Full transfer. I've been sitting a lot with my shoulders so tense right now. Probably this is new. I give the views I give is of the experience. For that to be the focus. When it's time or when we organize all of me, we organize space for one-on-ones, more intimate settings, more amplification of what I've been experiencing, how I've been experiencing it, what's been the full scale of the experience. I am intending, I am willing to share my story aloud in intimate spaces where people are coming to learn, to grow, to be vulnerable, to share forward to make it a communal growth. That is the intention, to not allow the villain of silence to dominate or put me in a full Nelson. Understanding, overstanding. This with clarity. Let's use that. Knowing with clarity that it all feels away and everyone responds to no address differently. No address has been so full. It's been vibrant. It's been frustrating. It's been beautiful. It's been, I thought I knew so much. Studying a bunch about little. Studying so much about little. Or studying so much to acquire little. Because the real scale of growth is in the experience. In you actually went out. You actually went through. You actually like touched it, smelt it, sweated it out. Like that is the supreme teacher. Not so much how many books you gobbled. They are tools, but the master teacher is like life. You experiencing all of these experiments that life is gonna toss you through for you to be the will of your life, the fullness of your life. And also come back probably scarred, a little bruised, a little frustrated, spent, so you can share and guide others in the way that can be had, the way that you can go, the things you can do, the beauty of uh, the healing, the abrasion, the open wound, the gash, the cut. You almost lost your arm, and the ability to step forward and nurture you back whole, to know the importance of nurturing you back whole, to have the will to say, my healing is a second win. My wellness is a second win. My awareness is a second win. To just give a shit. To say, I'll respect the responding of life, of allowing me access to change, to support, to be able to give this experience a voice, a look, a smell. Tell you, share your life, share what has happened, share the breaking open, share the soil, share the soot, share the shimmer, share the joy, share the utopia, share the amazing. Because your life depends on it. You giving and you feeling your feelings and giving life resonance, giving it clarity, giving it a sight, giving it saw, giving it held, giving it I heard you, giving it all of your senses allows you to know that you have lived, you have thrived, you can and will move through. You shall overcome. It's already seated, it's already written, it's already done for you. Um, I was sitting thinking about no address on like in the Carolina. I'm I'm learning that it's other states too. It is it's such a heavy thing because it's like is that it's heavy because it's inconsistent, consistent humiliation and terror and shuffling of the nervous systems with this action. The injustice, the terror present with saying being homeless or without an address is a crime. What the fuck do you mean? Using the nasty word homeless, being homeless is a crime in South Carolina. I learned that after being in vibration of where I was and learning and willing to learn and not be like, I checked that off my list. I did that. That's done for. Like really learning what just happened. Being present in what just happened. Why, how, the willing, the power, the birthing, the manifestation, the magic, all that shit that came with uh, being triumphant in a situation that, yo, you ain't playing for that shit. You ain't had no time to brace. That shit rolled up and said, "What's up?" But the beautifulness is it rolled up and said, "What's up?" with a smile on his face because it already knew, like, yo, you got this. But I can't tell you that. You gotta learn that. You gotta figure that out. But I found it wild that to the ugly ass word of homelessness, to be homeless in South Carolina and many other states now I'm learning, is a crime. It's like, what the fuck you mean? Like, who is coming up with this? Because I know that 1 and 2 didn't carry into a 3. Like, who is coming up with this? Like, when and how? And the audacity to say, yeah, we gonna hold that on the books, we gonna hold that on the dock, we gonna hold that against you. So I trust learning a little bit about everything is a master key and always allows you to know and be on a swivel, be current, be clear, and grateful. Because that's a superpower, being grateful. No matter what it looked like, being grateful. And it's a superpower that you earn and it carries over all of your days forward. And you can teach it to somebody else. What better than that? It's twofold. It's abundantly well, being grateful. Are you supposed to know? Yeah. I don't have a shower. I don't have, I'm not able to cook my own meals. Yeah, you're supposed to be fully in the feeling of it. Though, without your own kitchen, your own heartbeat of the house, how efficient can you be and creative can you be? How flexible are you willing to be? Do you even have the tool to be flexible? Do you even know how and what that means? Are you creatively conjuring ways of balance? Because there isn't any other besides what you come up with, manifest, and trust in. And I learned the authority that you really have in pursuing wholeness, mind, body, soul, wellness, the authority you really have. Because within my story, me being like, look, the frustration, not learning in action every day of it. Like, oh, you from Baltimore. You've been in squalor. You've been in intentional poverty. You've been there, so you're supposed to know how to navigate, know address. Even in squalor, food stamps put food on your table. No address, you have to get back to almost camp life, wilderness living, wild edibles. You gotta, if you don't, if you in squalor, intentional poverty, more times than not, you don't have that old time religion. You don't have what all the elders before gave forward, and y'all still initiating. You don't 50% of the time have that. To know to go to the creek, the forest, the trail, the yard, aqua, window sill growing, aqua, you don't know. That's not your life. Until you recover that information, you don't know. So to be thrust into no address is ambush almost. Your identification is there, but it's not sharp where you be like, oh shit, that's goldenrod, that's thyme, that's rosemary, that's poke. Your recall not sharp just yet. So you are in a dire strait sometimes. And in the moment of you being thrust out of having to seeing what you really made of, you not straight going to the services that they conjured and created. You probably like blameful and shameful of yourself. So you're not like, oh, all right, I don't have nothing in my hands to eat with. I don't have a kitchen to cook in. Let me go hit the shelter. That's not what you're thinking about. Firsthand, it's not. It is a very winding, twisting, squeeze you out setting that no address really is. It is a hatchet on your psyche if you don't have willpower and a connection to higher than you. It is a hatchet on your psyche. And then that hatchet starts to chip away at your body. And one of the two laws, almost like polarity, willpower will maintain your existence. When you lose your willpower, your days are numbered. Anything, everything gets to potentially take you out. In the number one culprit is exhaustion, lack of sleep. Like exhaustion will take you clean out of here. You'll be doing things that your mind has not cleared you to do because you're exhausted. You leaving stuff that's important. You forgot to ask or do. You don't care to do because your system is just moving, and things are getting shoved out of the order that you put them in because you're exhausted. You don't have any clarity anymore. Everything is a blur. And if you're not able to nurture your body that preserves the momentum, uh, uh, willpower will have you doing things that you could have never imagined, never talked yourself into, never seen it before it happened. Willpower is an antidote. It is a meteor man moment. When he found that asteroid, like it is a secret serum that you have to initiate and nurture and maintain as well. But in the butt. I don't know if I want to use butt, but it takes tremendous knowing and trust in yourself, or it's got to be more to be without what society has been trained to see as normal, or just to be without it and walk upright in that same marketplace of people who see left or right. Oh, you smell like Lexington Market, the second one, and your clothes are filthy, and your teeth, I don't know when the last time you stroked them. People who would look at and feel like that is not my business. That's their problem. They did that to themselves. That's unfortunate, but that's not my issue. That's none of my business. I figured it out. They should. When it on top of what I just said, and then you add that type of attitude consistently, like like almost bouncing off of shit. Like every person has that perception just because you are in your growing season. Everybody has that perception in the marketplace because you're in your growing season. To encounter that every day, you probably gonna want to go like, let me go be hiding somewhere. I don't feel like this shit. Y'all can have this. Like it's too much to interface because people haven't learned beyond. People haven't took the intimate exploration of what I think. How do I want to think? How do I want to perceive my days? What will be my perspective? What's my ethics? How can I grow my own? How can I initiate what it is? How can I initiate something that is custom to me? Something that wills for me. Take a dash of this, a dash of that. Go travel here, go learn there. Like, how can I create an ecosystem of everything that operates in openness, compassion, love? That one is a serious choice that you either come into, fall into, or is a gracious situation where your life takes a turn for you to be like, no more corporate attitude. I'm about to get into the grassrootsy type of shit. And respect the person who's choosing to transform. Yeah, you could go ahead and have done all the organized mind shit and then come into a more succinct, harmonious place of, I'm doing me. I'm choosing me. I do what I do. Period. And if you can't rock with that, that's cool. I know what to do. So no address being as harsh. It I would call it a battlefield for the mind and spirit. It is harsh. It is horrible. It is terrifying. It is soul breaking. It is body ravishing. It is so intense. And then and it is the most amazing thing that you will have as your encyclopedia of why to trust everything you do not see. Your encyclopedia of how you know you and love you and become so intimately entwined with that sense of compassion, the highest vibration of love. It gives you that. It also gives you a perspective of you get to see and choose how you're going to respond in most situations, if not all situations, because now you know without a shadow of a doubt how things can be and have been when you operate in a certain way consistently. And you also know what it is to be resourceful now. If you needed to go to the stream and, clean up, you could. If you needed to go there just to quiet the whole fucking world, you do. If you had to figure out how to be in the Carolina when it's 113 degrees and you in a vehicle, no address, you would figure out, you would know from that experience exactly how to pivot because of the perspiration, the frustration, the exhaustion, the pushing and shredding of uh, of I don't what would be the word, like you only have you, and it's emergency. You only have you only have you right now in this emergency, and you have to flow into some type of direction. It can't just be dammed up. So you have to take all these sticks down, and whatever the sticks may represent, you have to get this water moving again, because everything, including you, depends on it. That type of saving or savior moment of shit got really fucked up, or shit, this cup filled to the fucking rim, and it ain't even in a position for the most gentle way to carry it. Like, it's one of those, don't even move this cup. The only way to move forward is to drink it or be willing to deplete it, complete it. No more nothing inside of here. Scratch. Ready, set, go. Or set, ready, go. No address. My goodness. It deserves a Purple Heart. Anybody that's able to do no address. And it's so unique that you don't have to have done it for years and months. You could have done that shit for 7 days and been whooped. Like, whooped, punished, whooped. Because, like I said, it's a mind-body thing. Your mind probably was programmed and comfortable in, oh, I can always, there's always. And then you go from, say, a more tangible situation. You have these children, life gift them to you, and y'all been like nestled. That's your A1. And then life starts to pull at them and tug at them and tell them that you ain't A1. All the reasons and justifications start to show and make them question that you're not A1. And now they're starting to come with that confusion and frustration, and I don't know, I'm trying to learn and figure this out. And the brokenheartedness that may come with controlling you, wanting them to do and be and stay, and then the forgiveness that you learn to grow so you won't die in their growing process that has nothing to do with you, but everything to do if you do it right. Y'all can have bloomed and have a signature that will carry over into the grandchildren, carry over into the family, carry over into the community. But it has the propensity to be a consistent projection that happens within family dynamic and community. I ain't talked to my damn daughter, and I ain't talked to my son. Is man, but the normalcies that has become versus sharing this relationship with the life gift given you, meaning your children, and being in all of it. You frustrated, want to kick them out. Them frustrated because they known you, bonded with you, know you, but society and life, it's like you gotta grow now in this type way. And the even more for real versions, we got a plan for you. So we gonna rock this bitch left, right, almost rock you almost out the damn boat, cause we got a plan for you. We not gonna take you the easy route, and no, we gonna really shake this shit up, because you got to be able to be equipped for everything you never knew. Everything that is in the will, in the cards for you. And it starts with this one breakout situation. And to withhold that breakout situation would do you such a disservice. So why not start now? Why not start now? Almost like how somebody would be like, oh my God, they threw the baby in the pool. Without the information that the baby just came out of the pool and been in the pool for 10 months. They cool, they know this. But for somebody who don't have the small logistics, they like, oh my God, CPS, kill her, fuck her up. No, she shouldn't have children. Like that. Nah, let's get it moving. Bloop. That's no now. Bloop. Once you get the tools and allow the flow and just be like, because I promise some days it was a word, a book, a series couldn't really put you in it. Really couldn't put you in it. Some days I'm like, I don't even like. It's been consistently a certain way with all of my effort. What am I waiting for tomorrow for? Stop playing with me. Like some days really was like, man, I ain't fucking doing this shit. You can have like some days really was like that. Because like how I said, I was doing so much to kind of not lose it every day for so many days, and it seemed like I already know what the fuck tomorrow gonna be at. I'm showing up for. I'm gonna go ahead and call out. You can have them all. I don't need that. Don't count on me to show up. And even more intensely when I really was like ambushed or not ready, but ready. Because like I said, life loves you every time. Life has you in mind every time on a dime. Every time on a dime. This ain't for play. This is for real. Life is full and vibrant and alive and participating, whether you do or not. Like what it was when that flash of cold came down to the Carolina, and they haven't seen 40 anything in years, like decades, and it swept through with a little dusting of powdered sugar. But judgment, keep it. Even though up north we up to the elbows and it's rigid, frigid. Okay, Miami and Key West, they don't have dustings of snow. They all the way out of that. The equator takes care of that. So when they do, let them have it. It was their New York Buffalo moment. Anyway, I was in the Carolina when the 40 degrees or 30 degrees swept through for a week. So going from 100 degrees, 90 degrees, even at night, I was surprised. I was like, yo, it's 12 midnight. Why is it still 100? It's 12 midnight. Why is it still 100 degrees? What the fuck? Can I live? Will I live? Most of the time. But I could count on laws of natural. By 3 a.m., everything is still. Everything is done. Everything is fucking set. It's gonna be blue purple in the sky. You're gonna get some shimmers, the moon, yeah, boom. Everything is quiet. Everybody doing what they doing in nature. The temperature gonna be set. It's not gonna go no goddamn where. Like at 3, between 3 to 5, maybe 6, everything is set. Ain't shit moving. Everything is set. But going to sleep every day at 3 a.m. and beating the meter, lady, men, or the systems that say pay for this shit. I don't give a fuck what you guys say. Beating them, because the meters, depending on where you was at, If you were in areas that were surveilled, the meters didn't start to 9. Now, if you wasn't, the meter started at 6, 7 promptly, and they in the car 6:45, 6:45 a.m. looking, because the meter started at 7. They already on foot, but they ready certain areas. So if you want to bid at 3 a.m. and getting up before the meter maids, so you won't occur more injustice, tickets because you didn't wake up or you didn't move your car or you didn't pay, type thing. Like, it wasn't so many areas in the Carolina that was like, what do they call it, John Hopkins area, or what they, 2-hour permit area, like things that was like, we don't give a fuck about none of that. It wasn't so many areas like that. And it was twofold, because I will to be in areas that you got eyes on this area. At some point, I gotta shut down. I can't be up every day trying to keep my head on a swivel. What is said is being safe. I can't be up every night until the wee hours of ain't nobody walking the streets. Then I'm gonna go to sleep. That's not. That's gonna add more chaos in my body, because she's exhausted. Because you're going to sleep every day at 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m. trying to pay attention to everything. To make you're waiting for the moment of ain't nobody walking the street. Now you feel like you're safe. Go to sleep. That's inconsistent, because that's saying you controlling thousands of people and what they're doing every day. So this is what I'm saying. The divots in this build out are unknown until you give it sound, because that is your right and it is your retribution. Yeah, your wellness. You gotta let that shit up. So no address, give some sound to that, give some clarity to that. And we not giving this forward as our experience and our atonement, or our testify moment for the others. No, because even in when this was is current as well, I'm on the road back to Nest, because this restful home is intended to just be that, because I already know what it is to be without the home. Enough of it. So this next one is going to be a nest. Creative, gentle, intelligent, efficient. Yeah. So that's why I name it a Nest. The road back to Nest. Even in the early shits, it was times where people were like, you don't seem like that's your situation. You don't come off. Nothing reads the taboo that I learned to identify homeless with. Nothing reads on you. And services wasn't, given because of. And I'm like, this feels really social servicey right now. Of you have to fit the mold in order for us to respond. What it, how many, like, it's injustice because it's already enough to be doing it. And then you run into all of these trappings that are like, yo, somebody has survived rape. They first day of no address. They first week of no address. The first month of no address. And then they go and seek somewhere safe. And they're like, you don't fit the taboo. You don't fit the mold. You don't fit what was written of this says the person is homeless. Like, enough is enough. I get every day, enough is enough. Oh, you don't have an ID, so you can't get emergency food stamps. What the fuck? If I said I'm without an address, why would I have an address? To be able to have, why would I have a, nigga, you gotta have an address to get emergency food stamps? Why would I have an address? Silly, simple. Like, it was so many that you don't know until it is just experience that is going on when it comes to things that should be 1 plus 1. It's a time and a place for the more intimate. It's a time and a place for the more intimate. Of you gotta have this, have that. It's a time and a place for that. Not when your life depends on it. It is injustice and it should be fucking outright outrageous. Obnoxious, a fucking audacity. In the midst of your life depends on it, you wanna give me a clipboard of fill this out, check this off, come back with this, that. Yo, it was unreal. But the gratifying in the life is polar and twofold. It has you in mind every time on a dime. You now know what it is to do this. Your responsibility is to give it sound, give it face, give it shape. You now know what it is to do this. Your responsibility is to give it sound, give it shape. And make sure that you maintain a superior, if the words sound away, a superior attitude of gratitude for yourself all of your days. Your experiences are not like fucking crazy for you to be, I don't give a fuck. Fuck that shit. I'm Gucci. I'm covered. Don't find yourself walking, don't find yourself baby-oiled down walking on a Ginsu knife because of that type of attitude, that type of fearfulness outright being displayed. And it's twofold too. Are you supposed to continue? Are you supposed to be like violently thankful? Mm-mm. If violently thankful is like when somebody just keeps saying thank you, keep apologizing, that thing. Let's give no address, face, and sound. Do not let the villain of silence choke you out, full Nelson you. You've already done enough. One day with no address is enough. Years, months. But if that is the will, let it be done. If that is the will, let it be done. When I say is that the will, somebody may be on a harsh, nasty ass road due to being fearful and ignorant and unwilling to be vulnerable and just walking through life with expectations, entitlements, and they are violent towards themselves, their family, and community. So they may be sent on that mission of strip of everything to get the mind and body once more. Because once the mind and body is, you radiate in that motion. So you are great for yourself. You are great for your family. You are great for anybody that you intend to be family, that loves you and you love them. And the community. When you are a tyrant, same. Everybody, everything, and yourself is ravished. Ravished. And more dangerously, the person who does not care and also does not know that they're being this way. Even more fucking dangerous. But I've been sitting the last couple of days to small it down. And they've been coming. They just been coming. I'm so grateful because I ain't been thinking. They just been coming. Of like, I could be watching something, hear something, read something, and reflect like, you really just did that. Or doing that. That no address was your existence for a second. It was your mission, your assignment. You really was just in a place who were like, we really have no compassion, no intention to see the steps of evolution. It's either left or right. You got the big bag, meaning inheritance, or you squalor, you knuckles on the ground. The in between, we don't got time for that. We don't play that role because we benefit. Capitalism benefits off of poverty. Like that's that. We gonna hold that. I was just in a place who like made you a criminal, a felon, a truant, everything. Just in a state that decided that and holds to that with no address, unknowingly. And I trust that that's probably what it was because I did not know that in the Carolina it is against their law to be homeless, to stand in the area too long, to be sitting in the area too long without reason, or to go to sleep in public. Too much of anything is a horror. I wonder why that's sitting in my body so much. Like it feels like a wailing or a wade in the water moment, like it's a moaning and swaying. Like who would? Why? You sitting there trying to gather yourself probably because you don't walk fucking 8 miles just to keep moving and blend in, and then when you finally stop because your body like T, you get a citation, a failure to appear because you are without address and in transition. Failure to appear. Now you got, I guess, whatever looking for you, or the debt is occurring. I'm paused. Yeah, I'm paused. And figure out why that's in my soul, in my central sun so much, in my tummy so much. It's a place that other people have created. It really is. Almost like a scab, a crusting on this place that is supposed to be. But I trust that perspective is everything because even in someone's continuous shaking up and rewriting, you get to choose what you see and what it's going to be. Every decision. I hope you get to choose. Our phone. We ain't gonna do that. It, whatever I just said, I'm gonna repeat. Foolery. You get to choose at every decision and every turn your participation. No matter if somebody's shaking shit up, constantly rewriting, changing the fucking moves, law. You get to say in perspective and in authority what this gonna be for you. Every decision in every situation. I was talking about why to be with no address, to be homeless, to be in transition, it being against their law, how it feels in my body of like who created this, why. Like the whatever it takes to be in participation with something like that. And the signing almost into, you better watch your neck because you're participating in something that is terrorful and unjust. Changes happen all the time. Your kids will leave the house, and you probably got the biggest house, extensions put on it, just so they can be there and raise kids. Like, you have that, you put that in your mind and you made it an action. And they said, no, I don't want that. That could shatter you. And you intend for someone to be responsible to that and not be like, give me something else. That ain't need. Like, you whipping and whipper. You know. You and maybe like how I said, until life aligns you or assigns you such situations, you have no idea of anything beyond your life and your existence. You have no idea the the the, the complication that can bring and is. But life has you in mind every time, on a dime. Life has you in mind every time on a dime. And if you're getting too far into the blissful ignorance of, I only know me and what I'm doing, life will send a book, a podcast, a person, an experience, an experiment, whatever, to balance you out, to make sure you're good, to take care of you, so you can take care of yourself and others. The injustice of making it a crime. Somebody who's probably walked 8 miles just to blend in and stay in motion so it won't look like they're loitering or whatever word you want to put for people conjuring in a space. Somebody will get a citation for sitting on this bench under this tree for 15 minutes, 10 minutes, however long in certain states because of what? And then they get a citation along with being homeless, no address, get a citation for sitting, resting on a bench made for resting, sitting. And then more debts occur, citations happen. I don't know if warrants looking for you. Why didn't you appear? The injustice of making it a punishable, that a pun the crime of making it a punishable action that occurs, that keeps you out of places, makes you look away, fucking guarantees hiccups that don't have to be. That shit, nah, that's criminal. In my moment of shift, of dire strait, despair, whatever words you want to put on it, you would erect laws to penalize me for my husband died, my kids are like falling apart. I don't even know how to do or perform or respond. I didn't see it. It bulldozed me, and now everything is fading and distorting and changing. And you, the terrorist, got hold of it and said, citation for you sitting on this bench trying to take a minute. Citation because you fit the bill of somebody who's in transition, no address. And that ain't what we doing right here. Cause mom or pop could walk to the park, cause rather than putting the kids in the oven, let me go ahead and walk this park. Let me go crochet in the park. Let me go sit at the creek. Let me probably put myself in a situation with other people so I can scale how I'm doing. Not so much like judging, but like, let me put myself around other people who have no address so I can get a sense of what really is going on with us all. So they was hanging out there with them and caught the wrath. Like it's yeah. Yeah. But I heard a while ago that the right people are assigned to certain things. And it kinda ain't about your liking. But you'll learn. through being inquisitive and the right person, the tools to make sure your smile is a half moon.